New at 5:30, a state law banning the sale, purchase, and transfer of certain assault weapons in Virginia is set to take effect in less than a month.
But the new legislation is already facing legal challenges and resistance from some top prosecutors. Matthew Torres at our D.C. sister station explains.
I've reached out to different Commonwealth attorneys in our region. Two of them got back to me today, Loudoun and Culpeper counties. Both of them say they are still reviewing this new law and have not taken a position. In the meantime, you have 5 conservative top prosecutors vowing not to follow this law. Ever since his son was shot 4 times in the 2007 Virginia Tech shooting, Andrew Goddard has been fighting for gun safety laws in Virginia. His son survived.
I'm confident that if my son had been shot with an assault rifle rather than a handgun, he wouldn't be here today.
Nearly 2 decades later, Goddard's thrilled the Commonwealth finally passed a bill to ban importing, selling, manufacturing, or buying certain assault weapons.
And there would be no limitation on the number of assault rifles that you currently own. But we need to stop the proliferation of them in the future.
The new law, which also prohibits certain large-capacity magazines, is set to take effect July 1st. But at least 5 conservative Commonwealth attorneys, including Ryan Mahaffey of Spotsylvania County, say they'll refuse to enforce the law.
Any of the laws came across my desk, it would be incapable of being enforced because it's inconsistent with the Second Amendment.
Mahaffey says there are a number of Supreme Court cases that support his argument on how the new law violates constitutional rights.
The Second Amendment is the superior law of the land. It is the supreme law of the land that supersedes any statute that the General Assembly passes. So it's me remaining faithful to the Second Amendment.
The way this bill was written was not to infringe on people's Second Amendment rights. It was to narrow down the type of weapons that we can take off the streets that are meant for war.
But the bill's sponsor, Senator Saddam Salim of Fairfax County, says it is constitutional.
What I'm hearing from a lot of these Commonwealth attorneys is that if somebody commits a crime and becomes a criminal, they're not going to prosecute. They're going to let them back into the streets.
Really, there's nothing about the characteristics of an assault rifle that really makes them better for that kind of defense.
I've also reached out to different gun range and store owners in Northern Virginia. None of them wanted to do an interview today, but there is an overwhelming sentiment that they are unhappy about this new law. One of them says that business is going to take a hit and that he believes this does not solve the issue of gun violence. In the newsroom, I'm Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.